I was born in Scotland, and then soon after that, my parents got divorced. I did not get along with my mom and her boyfriend at all, and it came down to my mom sending me to live with my dad and his new wife in America. A year and a little bit after I lived here, my stepmom died in a car accident, and that's when everything went really bad. My dad's alcoholism got really bad. He was at the bars till about 11 pretty much every single day. I was home alone, so I did whatever and partied and did whatever I wanted, and my dad didn't know, and things he did know, he didn't really care that much. And 3 years after my stepmom passed away, June 2007, I came home and found that my dad had passed away during the night. And you know, I just remember thinking, like, what am I gonna do? Like, what am I gonna do? And Jen and Kyle were on my mind, like, okay. So I called Jen, and from that day I left my house with her and went to her house, and I didn't think about as far as of like, what am I gonna do tomorrow, or what am I gonna do the next day, or, you know, it was kind of like I was just there, and it was comfortable, and I felt safe there. And 3 or 4 days after, I was sitting on the stairs with Tanner, and she was 3 at the time, and she just looked at me and was like, she just said, "So your dad passed away, so now you're part of our family." Well then, June 27th, 2009, I get a call from my mom in Scotland saying that my sister Katie had committed suicide. And I just remember sitting there, like, and I remember I could hear God clear as day, like, this is where you need to, like, figure out what you're gonna do. Like, and I remember thinking, like, this is where I need to, like, what am I gonna do? Am I gonna cling to God right now, or am I gonna run away from Him? And this is where I knew that I had to cling to God. Like, I tried everything else, and I, you know, tried whatever the world had to offer, and it wasn't good enough, and it wasn't anything. And Jesus is enough, and He has a plan. He had a plan from the start for my life, like how I went from nothing to a family that lives for God, and a family that loved me when they didn't even know me. And I would have never ever written this story for myself, but God had a bigger plan, and He knew the bigger picture. And I don't think I could have ever expected this, but it's beautiful what God has done with the chaos that was my life. And I honestly don't know where I would be today without God in my life. And I'm Sapaugh, and that is my reason.